What's up, guys? It's your boy Yaron, and you're watching your own show live stream. So today I'm going to be talking about the Knicks game against the Celtics. Of course, I'm watching it right now, and I'm going to be talking about my last episode and your comments. So if you're watching this live and you were commenting from last episode, um, stay tuned. And if you're watching this from the rerun and you just want to rewatch it, well, here you go. Here's your chance to watch it again. So, you know. Anyways, we're down by a dozen, and I mean, we're trying to win, but it's it's getting really slow. So, um, yeah. Um, But anyways, I want to talk about last episode. So last episode, I was talking about John Wall and how I think he should not come to New York. The reason why is because I think it's too much. Um, it's too much for New York. He can't handle the media. It's not for him. It's just not. I'm sorry to tell you that, but you know, I can't see him here, trying to be a Knick. Now, I'm not saying, oh, I don't want him to be a Knick, but I'm saying, out of concern, please stay in Washington and don't get out. Like, whatever you do, Knicks or John Wall, please do not trade. Do not talk to each other. Like, I'm not saying don't talk to each other, but I'm trying to say don't kind of like talk it out, because I don't want to see Ennis Cantor leave. I don't want to see all those good players and good, like, I don't want to see that puzzle piece break again, and then us, because what if John Wall is gonna end up like Carmelo Anthony, which maybe he is, so yeah. But I am going to read your comments right now, and yeah, um, we'll see how it goes, and yeah. Um, let's go here, and I'm gonna read the last. Okay, so I've got 6 different comments. Of course, what is this all about? Because here's the thing, guys. If you don't know me, I tend to go from one subject to another, and then I go from another different subject. So it's kind of hard for me to actually think what I do want to talk about, because sometimes I actually don't figure it out. So maybe I'm trying to experiment, because I'm not the really best at grabbing a sheet of paper and just reading it off of my hand. So, you know, but I'm trying. So, And then the second comment was a really long one, and how he kind of actually said that the Knicks wanted John Wall and really interested, which was kind of right. So, I just told him back. I just told this person that he's got a point, and that I agree with him, but at the same time I probably don't agree about the management, because the management is trying to get there as well. So patience, patience is a virtue. So and then the last one I actually got a couple of hours ago, and he said a lot of negative New York fans that run, you know, um, I'll read it to you right now. What am I saying? So he said a lot of negative person. They think run in New York that players run away. Um, to answer your comment, first of all, I think all New York fans, we tend to do that. But for a certain reason, we just don't want you to deal with the fact with the media. Okay, that's number one. The media is what keeps New York apart, and sometimes it could be out of control. Carmelo Anthony had to deal with it. We don't want it to happen to another person who is a big playoff contender or someone who's really good. Okay, like we don't want it to fall in our hands. Like we had the incident with Carmelo Anthony. That was our fault. We had Phil Jackson, that fell on us. Everything was on us because we had uh, Phil Jackson. Um, we were horrible. And to be honest with you, yes, I do agree with this comment. But at the same time, we're not as negative as we are because we really want to keep New York a happy place. We want the players to be happy. So, you know, and if I had to if I really had to, I would actually report it, but actually I don't want to cuz this person is right. And the truth hurts. Even when you make YouTube videos or whatever you want, an Instagram video or like whatever it is, cuz the truth really hurts and I'm willing to take the risk. You know what? Actually, I wrote to him. Um, I just told him I don't mind getting John Wall, but I can't see him in New York. Um, I just, can't see a player like John Wall playing in New York. Um, and then I just told him thanks for the comment. Um, um, I mean, yeah, like it's sometimes you just got to deal with the facts that New York media is gonna put you down. Because a lot of the times it will put you down. So, you know, um, yeah, what was I saying again? Oh, right, I was talking about that last comment that I had to read. So I said that basically, I mean, understand this. Sometimes when you are getting comments like those, face the facts that when you are a big fan of a big franchise that won two titles, it is hard. It is hard to win, to go back to the playoffs. 7 years later? Question mark? Something like that? I don't know. I don't really know. But I'll tell you for a fact. Um, we are trying to rebuild, trusting the process. So, you know, um, yeah, um, you know, yeah, man. It sure hurts to talk about a subject like this when you've got a couple of, when you have one comment saying, "Oh, there's a lot of negative people in New York," so and you know what? I do want to appreciate the fact that I did get some of the negative comments or criticism, you know, but it's not gonna make me stop making YouTube videos. It's not gonna make me cry right now and be like, oh, I'm so emotional because he said that I'm so negative, this and that. Let me tell you something. And I'm gonna, you know what? Actually, let me get inside the camera. My name is your own. The reason why I made this channel is not to be a negative Knicks fan, but it is because I am a diehard Knicks fan trying to spread out the Knicks fan nation and trying to build it. So I am not trying to be like Stephen A. Smith. Even though I may sound like Stephen A. Smith, I am not a Stephen A. Smith. I swear to God. Yes, I said that. But I'm not saying that all of you guys are like, oh my God, he sounds like Stephen A. Smith. Because I really don't. Okay? And you know what? I really don't care if you really have to tell me a stupid comment that says, oh, you're so negative because you don't want a player that could come to New York. Let me tell you something. John Wall comes to New York. Let me tell you something as a fact. The media will go nuts. I said this my last episode and I'll say it again. New York media is chaos. It's almost like you working at Wall Street and there's so many people working at different areas. That's what it's like. So don't tell me that I'm negative, because I will fight back. You could tell me, don't make these videos anymore. I don't give a crap what you think. Listen, I am going to keep on talking about my New York Knicks. But if you tell me, oh, you people are so negative. That's why every single player doesn't want to play in New York. No, we want them to play for New York. But here's the thing. They think, oh, we're so mean. We're so stupid. We're not patient. We are patient. Maybe I'm not patient, but all of those Knicks fans, they are 100% patient. I might be 99% patient, but they are 100% patient than me. So about all of those comments, I don't give a crap what they said, because first of all, one of those were actually nice, and one was a half negative that was like, oh, I'm a negative Knicks fan. I'm just speaking my truth out. I'm speaking my opinion out. Yes, I may sound like Stephen A. Smith, but do I even give a shit? No. So let me tell you something in quotations. I am a Knicks fan, like all of those other Knicks fans. There is a billion of people living on this earth who are fans of many different sports. And there's probably, I don't know how many Knicks fans in the New York area. But I'll tell you something. If you call me a negative Knicks fan, that is not true, because I am a loyal Knicks fan. Till I die. And I'll tell you something, I'm not going to stop making these videos, because I busted my ass to make all of these 12 videos, 12 episodes. I'm going to keep on busting my ass until I can't do it. I'm not gonna read any comments saying, oh, you're so negative, you're so this. You know what? Actually, keep on writing down those negative things. But just to let you know, those are not going to those are not going to make me stop making these YouTube videos. Okay? And the next episode is actually not going to be a Knicks video or an episode. It is going to be about me and how I am a person who keeps on making these videos, and how I started and how I'm going to work my way out. Because you know what? Let me tell you something. I'm going to keep on grinding. I'm going to keep on hustling. And I'll do plenty of more until I can't do it. And I'll say it once, I'll say it twice, I'll say it a billion or a trillion of times. But that's not going to make me stop. And I'll keep on repeating this again and again and again and again and again. Because I want to say it again. So now, the game is... Now, the score is 95 to 109. And what I think right now is that it's getting close, but at least we're fighting back. You know, yeah. I just, for like, I just basically said it in the last video. So if you go to my last video, episode 12, I said it best, that we are a rebuilding team and we really want to work hard and try to get those key new players. But yeah, you know. And if you're new to the channel, please make sure to like and subscribe and also comment. Yeah, I know it's this episode is kind of weird because in a way I'm talking about how I'm not a negative Knicks fan. So yeah, but if you people actually follow my if you subscribers actually follow my content on Instagram, you've got to know that I'm just a loyal Knicks fan from Long Island who just loves to who loves to watch the Knicks, who loves to talk about basketball. I know the Israeli Basketball League, so kind of connect the dots, you know, kind of face the facts that I'm a loyal Knicks fan who's just trying to make regular content and just speaking my truth as a Knicks fan. That's it. You know? It's not going to make me stop. Even now, you know? Because I keep on grinding and I keep on hustling. And I don't care. I really don't. I'll tell you a little story, by the way. Score is 97 to 111 for the Knicks. Knicks are 97 and Boston Celtics is 111. So back to my story of how I started making, you know, content and, you know, all those things. So I started by making a I started making podcasts and live radio. I had a live radio station once online. It was called Spreaker. The website was called Spreaker, and basically what you could do is you could make a lot of, you know, radio stations, and you could still do it today. It's free. It's sponsored by iHeartRadio if you're really successful, and it's just basically talking about the Knicks. Like, no, what am I saying? It's just basically being yourself and learning about the radio station and learning about the podcast industry. So, I had a show called The Your Own Show, and I used to put on like music, and I used to like talk about like what's going on and sports, and I used to do all of those things, and I used to love it. I really did. But after I stopped, from the whole um, radio show, I just couldn't do it anymore because I had school to do. I was in the 10th grade, and everything was just slowing me down, and I couldn't do it anymore. And little by little, I just continued to live my life. And I remember a couple of years later, I came back on it, and I think I called it the. I think it was still the Your Own Show. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think, or no, I think it was Your Own Show or Your Own's talk show. Um, oh yeah, it was talk shows, talk show with Your Own. And honestly, being back on Spreaker a couple of years later, I loved it. But then there came a point where I was like, okay, now I've got to do something. Like, is it going to be these videos? Or not these videos, but is it going to be these podcasts or radio show? Or is it going to be something new? And so my older brother said, try to make a YouTube account. See how it goes, you know, try. And I refused. So I said, I really don't want to. And at the time, I didn't really want to make it because I was afraid that, I would have all of these negative comments being like, oh, what are you talking about? This and that, and yada, yada, yada. And to me, it kind of like swallowed me in. And I was kind of like, I really don't want to do this. But when I deleted my Spreaker account, I decided to go to this path, which it was to join YouTube. And I'll tell you why I joined YouTube. Because first of all, I really wanted to get connected. So then I started my first episode, which was Phil Jackson being fired, and that I'll miss Carmelo Anthony. So I kept on making it and making it and making it. And until right now, I'm really glad that, some of you guys are actually um, listening or watching. Um, and I've got to say, it's been a long journey for me. Because even though no one is watching this now, and you may watch it on the rerun, it it's been quite a ride. I'll tell you something. Um, for me to be in this long journey, it's been an adventure. It really has been. Um, I I'm really thankful for YouTube for giving me a chance. I'm really thankful for you guys, the people who have been commenting, negative or positive, whatever. I really don't give a shit. I'm really thankful for my friends, my family, my parents, my siblings, my brothers. They just really been behind, you know, this, but they really haven't been so connected. So, but they've really been supportive. So, you know, just want to thank them. And I mean, this is why I this is why I love making these YouTube videos, and especially that I'm trying to make these live um, chats and these live streams about the Knicks and the game, which right now we are trailing by a dozen. So, you know, yeah, but it is an amazing adventure. Your life, understand this. Your life is like it goes out to be an amazing adventure. Look at these big stars like uh, Superwoman, uh, Lily. Look at Rudy Mancuso. Look at like all of these guys. Like they are so talented. They just make content by content by content, and they just don't stop. You know, like they really don't stop. You know, they just keep on hustling, and they they. I mean, really, it just amazes me that you know um, that um, it really it just amazes me. You know. Um, yeah. Um, but I mean, yeah. So but just to recap on what happened this video, because I'm probably gonna end it in like a couple of minutes. Is that I got some comments on my videos, so I really would like to give a shout out to those people who gave me a comment, and you know, yeah, and you might never know, maybe in the future I might have a new channel with you know, um, with a new co-host or something. So you might never know. There's a lot of opportunities. So yeah. But anyways, guys, as I'm looking through these comments, how is that 6 comments? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, because I replied. Okay. Oh, I get it. Okay, guys. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys whenever I see you guys. Maybe on the next episode. So, peace.